The Simpsons Hit and Run is one of those IP games that I used to play religiously as a child. A child that for some reason played so many games that I could never finish one before moving on to the next. This game is definitely one I didn't finish. So imagine my surprise when I looked online and people still play this game in 2025. Nostalgia is already coming back and I haven't even played the game yet. This game was essentially GTA but way more dumbed down. It's very simple yet super enjoyable that I just want to try and beat since I didn't get to as a kid. But because this is content, we're 100%ing the game, and because this is content, I'm doing it in under 24 hours. Okay, doing it in under 24 hours is insanely easy. World record I think does this in around 3, and while I'm not a speedrunner in the slightest, I know I can do this at the very least borderline 23 hours. And I do want to enjoy the story. 100%ing the game means I have to complete every single level in the game, buy every single outfit, buy every single car, and activate every single gag. On top of that, I need to obtain every single collectible the game has to offer. So this includes the Wasps and the Buzz Cola cards. And finally, we need to complete every race in the game. Seems like a lot, but it's not too bad, so without further ado, let's begin road raging. Wrong game. Maybe another time. So we start off watching this Buzz Cola commercial, and of course Homer needs that shit because who doesn't? This is totally an irrelevant ad that has nothing to do with the story. Of course, since Homer is going out anyways, Marge needs to bother him to get some sweets, because that's what wives do. I would know. I have one. Nothing, honey. I'm just making a video. Anyways, I hop into the family vehicle, which is pink, because that's a man's color. And I'm already getting nostalgia driving this thing and hearing the background music. Now, I decided once reaching the Quickie Mart that I would buy the cars and clothes at the very end unless I absolutely needed it for a mission, as that would probably help me keep track of it better. The gags and other collectibles, I do this in the later levels. So for now, continuing with the story, we pick up some ice cream, head back to Marge, and of course yet another task from our beautiful wife. This time bringing Lisa's science project to her since she forgot it. Woman, can you leave me alone? The older I get, the more I relate to you, Homer. Like I said, this game is like a knockoff GTA. I can just drive around and run people over. No gore, but it's still pretty funny. We also have this police bar, which if it fills up, we initiate what is a hit and run, as the game name states, and the police chase you around a bit until the bar goes all the way back down. Once we're at Lisa's school, we give her the project, and she tells us that mom needs to talk to us before going to work. For fuck's sakes, woman, it hasn't even been 10 minutes. Before we leave, we kick our daughter to let her know never to bother us again, and on we go back home to do the same to our wife. There's a lot of references to the show in this game, which is just awesome if you watch the show. I think I've probably watched 3 episodes as a child and the movie. So unfortunately, I can't react to any of these. With a completely safe and totally legal ride home, we talk to Marge, who tells us to talk to Ned, our neighbor. I really do not want to talk to that loser. But Homer's got no spine, so I have to do whatever she says. Why can't everybody be like Maggie? She isn't bothering me. From here we go help Flanders, kind of. He's missing some stuff that apparently we took, and we gotta go get it back.
Well, Flanders wants it back.
Now what will I use for a toilet?
You used a cooler as a toilet? What is wrong with you?
Almost done. Now I need Flanders' stupid picture of a stupid family.
I agree, Homer. He is stupid. Now, level 1 is extremely straightforward. You run around collecting things, and while the whole game gets pretty repetitive, some of the later levels can be way more difficult. Once we grab everything for Ned, we give it to him, and as a reward, we get a prayer.
Here's your reward. A prayer from the Lord's #1 fan. Our Father in heaven, bless this noble oaf.
Stupid Flanders getting happiness from religion.
Yo, chill, Homer. At least not in front of the guy. Of course, now we're late to work, which Marge of all people lets us know. Bro, you're the one who made— You know what? Forget it.
What the heck were you?
That's the thing, lady. He wasn't. One of the funniest things in this game is when you're about to crash into somebody and they just straight up swerve aggressively out of the way. Those kids are definitely not okay. Now, the next mission is one of the first missions where I need to purchase a vehicle to continue. This would be the Plow King, which, as the name states, is used to plow things. Obviously, I need coins to buy this, so I go grab some real quick, and in later levels, I will ignore the Wasp to do them all in one fell swoop. Once we get the Plow King, we slam into Smithers, who totally won't see it's me, and basically the goal here for these types of missions is to just ram them until they drop dead.
That's what you get for expecting me to do the job for which I am paid.
Yes, Homer, I agree completely. I think we can all learn something from Homer. Man, 25 minutes in and I feel like I've done so much. For some reason, Homer wants to wipe out the cameras at work because nobody likes being watched, unless you're a cam girl. Back home, we sit down on the couch and enter a cutscene talking about Wasp cameras and weird black vans showing up around town.
Marge, that black van is spying on us.
Oh, homie, You're so sexy when you're paranoid.
Woman, he is not paranoid. There is a black van outside. What the hell? This is another type of mission where we have to keep up with the car we're chasing. Again, pretty straightforward for now. We chase this van to Mr. Burns' place, and after I take on one of these street races. Safe to say I didn't win on my first attempt. The nostalgia is hitting again, seeing the honor roller in all its glory. After that was done, I moved on to our next mission. In these, the car you're chasing will drop stuff out of the back when you bump into it. I love how Marge's hair just bends backwards because it just doesn't fit in the car. Speaking of car, this is hands down the worst car in the entire game. I hate it. It has terrible handling and is constantly flipping over. Beating Smithers to Burns' place is our last mission in level 1, and we completed it at around 47 minutes. Not too bad. I got a little distracted with races, but on we went to an amazing level, level 2. In this level, we play as Bart Simpson first, trying to get away from Skinner.
I'll get you, Bart. Just like I got Charlie and Nam.
Afraid not.
Afraid so.
Afraid not.
Afraid so.
This can't be legal. There's no way a principal is out looking for students skipping. How are they even talking to each other? They're in different cars. Man, I love driving the honor roller. I used to think this car was so cool as a kid, and I swear I would be just yelling all of Bart's dialogue throughout the house. Time for some road rage, Bart Simpson style. I did hit some gags before moving on. Again, I'll start doing these later at the end of levels. Also, I'm pretty sure these are references to the show, so if any of you know, please by all means let me know any references down below, regardless if you see them in the video or not. This game has a lot of funny moments, and this is definitely one of them.
Sorry, Bart. I can't serve booze to a minor. It ain't right.
I'm here to buy fireworks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Booze, a no-go. Fireworks for a minor, though? Sign me up. I'm actually surprised pretty much all of the voice acting in this game is really good. It's not lazy, it's not rushed, it's so natural as if you're actually watching the show. And for the game being super old, I'm impressed. Games were just objectively better before. Now, this guy right here is definitely my favorite character, Snake. He's so stupid, and his accent just makes everything like 10 times funnier.
1 dozen of your best Tijuana toilet crackers, my good man.
Here you go, kid dude. Now don't blow your hand off. Or do. What do I care?
Wouldn't be playing as Bart if there wasn't a mission running away from the cops. This guy too. He's hilarious.
Hey, Jabba the Fat, do you know where I can get a copy of Bone Storm 2?
Yes, I have no time to converse with you. I must be the first to register my disgust on the internet regarding the new McBain film. The action was dismal, and the nudity was frustratingly fleeting. I barely got going.
Sometimes the person driving isn't even your character, but the character still refers to us driving.
I think you could have avoided that.
Brother, you could have avoided that. For me, we try to keep getting a video game Bart wants, but Professor Frink is a literal scalper and bought them all to build an invention, so now we gotta get him a radio, but of course, someone robbed the store, and Wiggum is a useless piece of shit. Snake is obviously the one who stole it, so now we gotta go get him and race him. And his car is pretty fast for this point in the game, but eventually I was able to ram him into a wall, securing us first place and that radio. From here we go to Krusty's, which reminds me, I was just at Universal a couple months ago, and I gotta say that Simpsons ride is a steaming hot pile of shit. Once we get to Krusty's, we talk to Cletus for a satellite for Frank, but of course, no one in this universe can just do something out of the kindness of their hearts. They all want something in return. So soon enough, one of these guys is gonna ask for like top or something else. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyways, after getting all the roadkill and under the time limit, we gotta get back to Krusty's under another time limit, and this is the first time I activated the hit and run mechanic. You won't actually restart the mission if you get caught. It'll just waste some time and cost you 50 coins. But it's still annoying nonetheless. Now we just gotta get away from Apu, and boom, satellite is ours. But that's not all. He wants a blender, which this guy has. But guess what? He needs us to catch some monkeys. But in order to do that, I need Mr. Plow.
I need your truck, Homer.
Why should I give you that?
Because I love you.
Pay up, sucker.
You're charging your own son?
Yeah, I guess I am.
Bart calling his dad Homer is so comical. This monkey mission is pretty cool because there's 30 monkeys, but for some of them, you actually need to get out of the vehicle, which is a nice change of pace. Oddly enough, I did end up getting busted in this mission, paying up a sweet 50 coins. Coins are actually crucial because by the end of this, you will be missing coins to buy some of the remaining clothes and vehicles. So every single coin counts to not suffer down the line. From here, I kid you not, Frink isn't satisfied, and we need to target random civilians using cell phones because there's just way too much signal interference for his invention. Come on, bro. Fine, I'll do it.
The interference would then cause the monster to malfunction and kill many people. And my insurance is already sky high with the premiums and the schmemiums.
If Frink thinks his insurance premiums were bad then, he doesn't want to be alive in 2025. Nothing like ruining some innocent person's day. Okay, that was way more than ruining someone's day. We just ruined multiple families' year or life. How is this car not exploded? Okay, you broke my ankles, I'm not gonna lie. That one took way too long. The best way to do damage in these missions I found is to just get them to run into a wall at a semi-decent speed.
I like to smash.
Me too, Bart. Me too. Finally, we're done with Bart's level. We check out the transformer Frink promised us, and Bart gets abducted by aliens. An hour and 20 in, and we're already in Lisa's level. I believe I played this one as a kid, but I'm pretty sure this is as far as I got because nothing after this level feels familiar. What also feels unfamiliar is how garbage I am at driving. Just watch this.
You got no chance, buddy.
I've never seen a worse display of vehicular motor skills in my entire life. And women are a thing. How did I even manage to do this? At the very least, I took the first shortcut all race because it was blatantly obvious. Oh, come on, Lisa.
I think you could have avoided that.
Even the comic guy agrees I'm ass. This guy in the background sounds like a SpongeBob character. Just listen.
What?
Subscribe if you agree with me. After that terrible performance, I decided it was time to take a break from the main story, so I headed back to level 1. Here I'd go and grab all my collectibles. The wasps in earlier levels are so much easier to hit than the later ones. They get so annoying to hit. Please somebody explain this to me.
Is that you, Lord?
Who's locked down there? You see these coins up ahead? Remember them. Now, I'm not going to touch up on every single wasp, buzz cola card, or gag. There's a lot of them, and the levels start repeating themselves, so most of them are in the same place for multiple levels. Worth noting, I wasn't using a guide unless I absolutely could not find something, so most of this was just me roaming around searching. I totally forgot this card existed. This is a vehicle that just spawns in the level. You can't purchase it or anything, but it's super fast. As a kid, every time I'd restart this game, I'd go directly here to pick it up. Yeah, I remember it being this fragile too. If I wasn't out of a job before, I definitely am now. I had gone all over the map in level 1, and I was missing 6 gags, 3 wasp, and 3 buzz cola cards. So safe to say, I was pretty bad at this. Granted, most gags are in the quickie mart, but still. I figured that out pretty quick, and I remember to go check at the school, so that's where the rest were. As for the buzz cola cards, I don't know why I thought I needed to get some airtime to get this one. I even went to go grab the rocket car, and that didn't work, so I tried platforming, and yeah, it was as simple as that. I'm an idiot.
Watch it.
Okay, I am not crazy. That is literally a SpongeBob character. During the search, I also completed some more races, and I had circled the map once more. Hey, look, there's those suspicious coins again. At this point, I was missing 1 cola card and still the 3 wasps. I figured out 2 wasps were on the bridge on top, and I forgot to mention there's a bonus mission in each level. I'm not gonna touch on these. They're the same as any other mission. Coins, Jules. Coins. I actually did see them that time though, so as soon as I was done with the mission, I checked it out, and lo and behold, 1 wasp and 1 buzz cola card. And with that, we were at 82% completion for level 1. And again, I will leave the clothes and cars for later as I need coins for the base missions. So a little over an hour to complete everything in level 1. But finally, I was able to move on to Bart, where I had already done some things here. Really, the strat was just to start at the beginning of the level and make my way all around until getting back to the start. Which is why in later levels, I didn't grab a single thing until I was ready to grab them all. Every level has a certain store that gives you a bunch of gags. In level 2, it's modes. So these were pretty simple. Miners gambling, no problem for Mo. I'm sure he'd say, oh hell yeah. I will say hitting the wasp in this level were super easy as we had aimbot. I didn't even touch the darn thing. See, this is a perfect example of why I need to grab everything at the same time. My memory sucks. In 2 hours, I had already forgotten that I had already got these gags. At 3 hours and 20, only 30 minutes after starting level 2, I was just missing 1 gag, 3 wasps again, and 1 card. The wasp are what really had me scratching my head. I searched everywhere for these things, going multiple times around the map. The last one was near the train, but I swear I came into this place multiple times and it didn't appear. That's another thing with these wasps. You gotta get pretty close for them to spawn in. Here's when I realized the wager races don't actually matter for 100%, but they are useful for the coin grind later. From here, I did the street races, and with Lisa's Malibu, this was cake. Although the first race, I was in first the entire time, and this moron cut through in the last second to beat me. Took me an hour, but level 2 was finally completed, and it had been 4 hours and 20 minutes into the challenge. Man, I'm slow. But like I said, I'm not really using any guides. Even the street races I had to find, and I wasn't jotting anything down as I went through the levels. I was just chilling. This first mission for Lisa is probably my favorite, as we're trying to find Bart, and Milhouse just keeps leading us to places, but randomly getting there before us because he just wants to see Lisa.
Oh, hi, Lisa. Fancy meeting you here. Stop following me. I heard Bart might be out by the Springfield sign. Perhaps you'd like to share some chewing gum.
Bro's a creep, but it's kind of sweet.
My, your hair looks pointy today.
Milhouse, have you seen Bart or not?
So, Lisa, do you have a date for the harvest dance?
This is not a good time.
It's never a good time!
She doesn't want you, bro. Alright, he kinda deserves that. How are you doing that? From here we do basic missions to try and find Bart, eventually leading us to Grandpa, who tells us this.
Maybe I'm just a senile old man but Bart's lucky red hat fell out of that black car.
Wow, Grandpa, what a great clue.
How do we know what black car he's talking about? I don't know, but on to buy a school bus to smash into said black car. These type of missions are my favorite. I love ramming into things. We also need to buy a disguise to help wig him out to get Snake 3 strikes so we can lock him up, which is kind of messed up. Did he just try to do the Doc Hudson? This was the first mission to give me some type of trouble as Snake is really fast and I was crashing a lot. But again, it wasn't too bad. In the end, we just barely made it back with 3 seconds to spare. And the next mission I did with 8 seconds to spare. I realized here I don't need to drive all the way back to get a mission going, as I could just go to the mission select screen, hit the mission, and it just teleports me back. Saves a lot on time. I don't know why I tried to crash into this limo with the Malibu, but hey, I nearly did it. Of course, I switched to the Plow King and did it immediately.
Oh, God, I destroyed the limo and killed Bart.
No murderer ye be. He wasn't in the limo. He got out and he boarded that ship.
Can you take me there?
Nah, I hate the sea.
Killed Bart. So you're a murderer if you kill Bart, but not the guy driving the limo? Now what kind of messed up logic is that? Overall, that's pretty much the level, and we find out Bart's on the ship. Only problem was I legitimately was so confused as to how to get on the ship, so I had to do the entire thing over again, crashing into the limo. And when I finally found the entrance, I had no time to find Bart. Third time's the charm though, and Bart has seen better days.
Found you. Sedans. Sedans. What? Bart! Bart! Snap out of it!
From here we start 100%ing level 3. At this point I have it down to a science. I know most gags are inside the convenience store and such, and the hard part is just the cards and the wasps. So I go around the level extremely slow. I checked everywhere. I did not want to be missing items once I made my way around. And I didn't with the gags or the cards. But of course something needed to go wrong. We could have had this done in under an hour, but no. One wasp was missing. So I did another round and realized there were coins on the planet hype sign, and yeah, there's our last wasp. Alright, I guess I did do it under an hour, well, aside from the races. The one where my mom is in first was kind of hard as it's tight around the dock, so I crashed a lot, but I figured I'd just restart if I thought I would lose. I don't even know how I would lose to this car out of all cars. Why isn't she tipping over? Does the game only hate when I drive it? In the end, the only reason we won was because Marge sold.
3, 2, loser says what?
What? Oh, you little Alright, now you're just trying to hurt your daughter. At 6 hours and 14, we were on to the bonus mission, which makes us take Principal Skinner to go do errands. And this guy is just basically bribing us to make us do things for him.
Well, Skinner, I really should get back to my search.
Maybe these gold stars will change your mind?
All right.
And what's even worse is, why do I even need to be here? He's coming with us anyways. Also, I failed this mission after doing all that by getting in another car by accident. I still had 9 seconds to get back in the actual car, but the game just failed me right there. So I had to do it all over again. Helping a grown-ass man do some errands with his grandmother. Ain't this some shit? And what the hell happened here? What kind of luck is that? Oh, come on. Finally, this level is done. On to Mom's. Why does she run like that? You know, honestly, I don't know why I didn't just switch this car out. It's so bad. This is where the levels start repeating themselves if you didn't notice. We're back in the neighborhood part of Springfield, and a lot of collectibles are the same, but there are some that are different. Now, Marge is going to get to the bottom of everyone going crazy in this town, but I promise you, Marge, this is just regular old Cletus.
Excuse me?
I don't care if you is from New York. You ain't taking pictures of our decrepitude for no magazine, no way.
No, Cletus, it's me, Marge. Marge!
He's always been this way. An asshole, that is. Why does everybody want something in return? Now we gotta go do yard work. I'm a lady. You cannot expect me to do yard work. Ah, what the hell. Wait, how did I not realize this was a prison suit? A prison suit for yard work. Seems about right. There's nothing like getting every item on time and failing because the last item you straight up missed. Not even my ancestors can go help me reach that thing. I was so off. Second try, I tried to move the car more back to get enough speed to get it, and we did. From here, we keep trying to find out the secrets of the town, so we help Grandpa get his meds, which some bully stole. So once we get them back, he falls asleep instantly.
Gimme!
Oh, great. Now I need something to wake him up.
So we run to go get some caffeine pills, and finally the dude's awake.
There I was, surrounded by Tojo and his Nazi henchmen, when one of them, a raccoon as I recall, hits me with a banjo. Now, I never reasoned with a raccoon, let alone a Nazi one, so
Grandpa, what does this have to do with the crop circle?
Not a thing! Where was I? Right, now, the first time I rode in a water car... Okay.
Anyways, Grandpa tells us about some crop circles, and he explains something that reminds Marge of the logo for some pop. So that must be the cure to Bart's idiocy. Bart snaps out of it, and we find out the cola is the thing making everybody go cuckoo. So now we go around collecting cans, and man, do I love this music. I'm dancing in my chair listening to this. We then need to wipe out every cola truck to stop them from distributing it to stores. And that's the end of level 4. Homer has no chill. Photo provided by husband? That's actually insane. 100%ing this wasn't too bad since we already did it once, but you can see there are things in different locations like this Buzz cola card I had to zoom off a ramp for. The mansion is also opened up in the 4th level as opposed to the 1st. At the end, I was missing just a gag and a wasp. The gag was the crusty lamp in Bart's room, which I swear I touched everything in here, and the wasp, I promise you I checked here and it didn't spawn. But they do have a tendency sometimes to roam around. The races I got all on my first try because the Longhorn is just a beast of a car, so overall, not too bad. And on we go to level 5, where we actually play as Apu, which I did not think was a possibility. We were back in the city, and this level we're trying to find the source of this bad cola since, well, Apu is selling it.
Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today.
So if it's 3 times, it's fine, right?
I'm supposed to pick up the octuplets at the doctor's.
Octuplets is some crazy work, Apu. I definitely would have dipped if I heard that, no shame. Don't these cops know where I'm headed? I gotta go pick up the octuplets. I mean, how many people in town actually do have octuplets? You know, we could also just buy these diapers. There's no need to put anybody in harm's way for some diapers. This is a cart built for Homer. No, literally, that's what the vehicle's called. And I love this one. It's a great balance of good handling and speed.
I require information about trucks delivering evil cola. How can I get this classified data?
Sorry, Apu. I'm a drink-squeezy, punchy lowlife. You need a professional scumbag. Follow a cop until you find one.
A professional scumbag? Krusty's got no chill. Now, in order to get trust from the police to get some information, we gotta go get a stereotypical American disguise. Ah, yes. No one will discover me now. This game is something else. We're following a trail of donuts to find the cops. I was dying in my chair playing this. Yo, making a civilian flip their car is one thing, but a whole ambulance? That's your cousin.
Hand over your wallet, dude. This is totally a mugging.
Snake, I promise you, no one is handing over their wallet when you say it like that. Bro, you're not the main character. Get out of the frame. In order for Snake to help us with information, we gotta do his community service, which I had to do twice due to not getting to the end in time. And by the time we were done, he had lied to us. Check this out.
My friend has the information at the DMV. Go pick it up. Pronto.
Sir, this folder is empty. To rob me is one thing, but I never expected you to lie.
Dude, relax, okay? I've got the info you need. I just need help with a little more community service. Oh, I'm totally evil.
The voice acting is the best thing about this game. Bro, I'm actually dying right now.
If you do not tell me who owns the cola trucks, then I will be forced to use profanity. Oh, Mr. Bart, I have discovered that the evil cola is being made in the Springfield Museum.
But that closes in 5 minutes.
And my car is out of gas.
Just fill it up at the Quickie Mart.
At those prices? No way.
Bro, it's your gas station. Yo, Bart has a hot rod. Look at this thing. We figure out the cola is being made at the museum, so once we're there, this hunk of bones comes to life, breaks down, and we peep who's been making this stuff. Aliens.
I'm going to introduce the evil cola into the water supply. People will go mad. I like it. Then we distribute laser guns at the Squidport tourist area. I like it. The cola-maddened humans will go berserk. I like it.
I'll tell you something about Apu and Bart being together.
I like it.
It was nearly 9 hours into the challenge, and we gotta get everything in level 5, so as usual, we make a full circle in the level and snag everything we can.
This is a school zone!
Alright, bro, you're being a little dramatic. I made sure to check here just to not miss this wasp again, but there actually wasn't one here. Great. And this train pissed me off. I wasted so much time here. I kept falling and couldn't make this jump because you have to jump near the middle or else it'll just slide you down. That cleared me the wasps, and the last cola card confused the hell out of me until I saw it on the highway. I was confused on what ramp I needed to get on to get it, but eventually I found the path.
I wonder how many of these there are.
The bonus level was chaotic. I'm chasing Frink's car and we're both smoking, we have to escape the tail, and I'm just crashing and getting busted. Level 6, we're playing as Bart once more. We start off by catching a very dangerous ride to Krusty Lou, picking up kids on the way. Otto is committing high felonies right now. Busted, but the justice system fails again. Who cares if a bus driver drives 60 on a boardwalk filled with children? Not Springfield PD. Anyways, Krusty isn't here, so we chase him down, and once we do, he doesn't believe us about the aliens. So, on to the next dude. So we gotta go to Professor Frink to help us convince Krusty. And this guy just casually intercepted an alien transmission and didn't tell a single soul.
Aliens?
Well, that would explain these strange transmissions from my plutonium CB radio. I must have intercepted an alien message. It says they're hiding the lasers in the duff trucks.
So as the youngins, we are going to chase down the duff trucks, which are holding lasers. Oh, come on, don't bust me, bust the guys with lasers! With these lasers, Krusty is sure to believe us now.
Krusty, I've got proof now. See this laser gun?
Well, what do you know? You were telling the truth. I just wish you told me before I let them set up those free laser gun stands.
Oh, man.
And he does, but you heard what happened, so we buy this pimp ride, and I failed this mission a lot. Either I would have the cops chase me 2 times in one run, or I'd go up in flames. This thing was hard to control. Alright, these cops are griefing me at this point. When I finally did pass it, the mission wasn't over. I had to get back to Krusty's. And let's just say, I didn't get back to Krusty's. Oh man, that was close.
Why didn't I know that showgirl last night was a guy?
Hey yo, what the fuck? For me, we tell Dad everything we know, and we go to the brewery.
Zombies will rise from the grave and devour the living.
Oh, man, that sounds cool. I mean, oh no, I hope their plan fails. Who am I kidding? Zombies eating brains? Oh, this is gonna rock!
This kid's just like me for real. Now, before we head on to the last level in the game, this is where those wasps get super annoying because they just shoot lasers at you and move a lot. I've barely started and I'm already having trouble with a cola card. I figured out after a while you have to grab one of these street vehicles to get on top of it, as that's the only thing that's tall enough for me to jump and grab it. Definitely not forgetting the Planet Hype sign this time. I made sure to check everything in the cargo ship because I was paranoid, and I did the same with Krusty Lou. A full hour later, and we were the closest we've been to beating this game in my entire life. This level is really awesome because it's just Halloween themed. There's skeletons, zombies, and witches driving in the overworld. These street cars are the most fun to use. Good handling and speed. Of course, we're in a zombie apocalypse, so we need supplies to survive. And I highly doubt Homer is doing this for his family. From there, we talk to Comic Book Guy, and he doesn't believe that UFO above the school is real.
Some sort of tractor beam to suck up trespassers to their doom. Worst effects ever.
But that's real.
Worst effects ever.
You see? And to keep us safe, we need to buy a zombie car which runs on brain, which Homer does not have any. So I don't know how this thing's moving. Professor Frink then tells us how to defeat the aliens.
The alien's weakness. It's nuclear waste.
And how does that affect me?
Well, it could save the life of you and your family.
And?
I told you he doesn't care about his family. How could he? Marge and Lisa were bothering him all morning. Now this mission right here is annoying, and when I say annoying, I mean it. You see this vat of nuclear waste? Yeah, it's very delicate, and we're on a time limit, so I can't exactly just take it nice and easy. Now the first one was done no problem, and we delivered it straight to the ship. The next one, we gotta go to Mr. Burns' mansion. Don't tell me why I gotta do parkour to get into somebody's house. It's just a zombie apocalypse, bro. It's not the end of the world. Anyways, this was followed by a wasp and a booby-trapped floor. But hey, how hard can it be? I spoke too soon. Anyways, this is the nuclear waste that I was talking about. I don't know if it's Snake's car or what, but I literally get punished for going way too fast. So I can't go too fast and I can't go too slow. I have to go just right. And the worst part about this mission is if I fail, I have to start all over again, going from here all the way back to the power plant. And on top of that, you're prone to hit many people, which eventually leads to a hit and run. That was way too close. Okay, I would have rather the guy hit me. Luckily, after this one, we got it. But that's not all, folks. Now we gotta drive with Grandpa, and he's the one driving. Okay, I'm still the one driving, but visually, he's the one driving. This one gets even worse than the previous ones because now you have to race one of the black cars to the power plant, so more opportunities to fail. And you guessed it, if we fail, it's back to the beginning. And if that wasn't bad enough, you don't have to fucking worry because you gotta escape from a black car while carrying the goddamn nuclear waste. So many variables. And yes, there's one more variable. Once you get to the ship, you gotta angle this just right, or the car literally will not go up. And the timer keeps going even when it triggers the spaceship taking the car. I lost here, and I should have won. Back to the start. Luckily, it only took 2 more attempts, and ladies and gents, that's it. We've completed the main story. The aliens were defeated, and now we're the town hero. Don't believe me? Just watch.
Fans? Oh, those fans.
What a classic. Only took me 12 hours, which isn't fair since I am 100%ing it. Speaking of which, we got one more level to collect all of the things in. Nah, this backyard isn't getting me this time. This is hands down the best special vehicle you get in the game.
Friendly RCXD inbound.
What is going on here? Since we completed the entire game, I did go ahead and buy the clothes here, and I completely forgot about the donut suit. This is so derpy. I had got everything in the level except for one gag, and I decided to check out our house, and it looks like it was just the TV. These races are always just wait until one of them crashes, and then you just pull an insane lead. Once level 7 was done, I went back to each level to buy what I could for clothes and cars. I went down from level 7 and pretty much bought everything until level 5, where I ran out of coins. Huh, I thought those would have taken me further. Pretty much I was missing 3,000 coins for the rest, because as you saw, we did already buy some of the clothes during the story. And these would be got by me completing the wager races. Really just one wager race. The one in the final level near the power plant. It's a wager, so it costs 50 coins to get in, and the max amount of coins you can get are based on the difficulty of the wager. The difficulty is decided by what vehicle you drive in the wager. 200 coins, 150 in profit would be won with this car right here. But at first I tried with the Malibu as I didn't really know how it worked. And this was really easy, obviously. But this car's difficulty is not hard, it's easy. So I read online that the book-burning van is the most efficient vehicle for this, so I got to it and it was significantly harder. We were starting with 150 coins, so I did save prior to this, that way if we did lose them all, I would just reset. And first try, I did it with 2 seconds on the clock. From there, all we had to do was select this mission to take us to the mansion, which was the closest thing to the wager race, and we just keep running it until we have all the coins we need. It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows though, as sometimes hit and runs can happen. You can crash, or somebody crashes into you. I had so much time here, and this guy just straight up ruined it. There were also times where I was way off due to messing something up like the jump in the beginning, or flipping over from drifting too hard. Whoa, what do you expect, Homer? You're in a van. Overall, I got pretty consistent with it, and in an hour's time, we had 3,000 coins. So I went back to each level starting from 1 all the way to 5 again, and here's when I realized I didn't have enough. I was missing 1,500 coins to get all of the remaining clothes, so I needed to grind once more. Seems simple enough, except it wasn't. Taking that little break to go buy the items turned out to be very annoying. Just fucking kill me.
Ouch! My bikini zone's chafing.
I don't give a fuck, Homer. Cut through here. What are you doing? Why did he swerve? Why did he swerve? Okay, we're still fine. No, you bitch! What's with the camera? What's with the camera? What the fuck just happened? I hit one dude, I think. We're chilling. Why are you coming so hot? I knew that was gonna be an issue. I should have planned for it. I blew him up. Don't hit me. No, no. Back it up, Terry. Back it up. No. Why am I was doing so well. I had to drift there. Ooh, that's close. No. No. 30. No! It only took 40 minutes, but if I didn't mess up so much, I probably could have done it in half the time. Anyways, finally having all the coins I needed, I went back to finish purchasing. What did I just do? I almost put a Doc Hudson, bro. What the hell? I bought this in Apu's level, these 2 cars in Marge's level, as well as this tractor, which was off with this dude. And that was it. Every level was showing 100% completion. So naturally, I stopped the timer right here, which I should not have done. In order to check to see if you got 100%, you got to go to the menu screen, check the scrapbook, and there should be a golden stamp right here. Checking the stats, I was missing 1 movie. It's been 15 hours and I'm missing a movie that I didn't know existed. And Lisa's level, if you go into the comic store and interact with this, you'll get a prompt telling you to go visit a kid in the Aztec Theater, which I had to look up because I had no idea where that was. Talk to this guy and boom, we get a cute little movie of the cat and the mouse in a heated race. But of course, the cat doesn't win and gets heart failure. I always root for the mouse. With that watch, the scrapbook now has the stamp, and now we've truly 100% completed Simpsons Hit and Run in 15 hours and 30 minutes. Well under our 24-hour goal. Well, add 10 minutes to that since we did pause the timer on accident. But yeah, I had a blast replaying this game that I enjoyed so much as a kid, and I would love to complete other games I didn't get to as a kid, or ones that I have completed, but just need that nostalgic dopamine hit. So let me know any games you guys know. They can be IPs or things like Sly Cooper, Ratchet, or anything like that. Anyways, thanks for watching.